One? Only one? Yo, you know what time it is? One time for the one time when the milkman slides. He gotta hit you with a good morning. Ing.
Done? What are you through?
I think that was it. I think that was it.
I'm just Bri.
Not you had to shorten yours down some. Like, you know what? You know that was entirely too long. I don't know what's going on this morning, but I was shorting things up. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
That took all my breath. Took everything out.
Yeah, I bet.
I need a little bit back. I was getting woozy. I was getting woozy.
That last E.
What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Good morning. Good morning.
This morning.
Hopefully, folks will start rolling in here shortly. And hopefully, life will return back to normal, and we will be closer to 7:30, and folks will be healed, and folks will be home.
Well, I will say, most likely we're here for the week.
Oh, jeez! I just got a week in my whole upper body.
At least. So.
Oh, at least. At least. Hallelujah! We got to make it great weeks.
So.
Oh, hiya, bo shot,
yeah, we'll discuss more later.
Yes, Father God, just continue to move in that situation, Lord. Good morning on today. Good morning. It is trending Tuesday. You didn't forget it was trending Tuesday, did you?
I didn't forget, but I'm gonna tell you what I didn't do, and that's look up any trending topics.
You ain't been watching the news. You ain't been scrolling.
No, I mean, and you would think I'm up in the hospital, I'm bored, blah blah blah, but no, that's not.
You gotta get your scroll on.
I haven't scrolled very much at all.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay. Do you know what today is?
Today is Tuesday.
It's election day.
Oh my gosh.
It's election day. Well, at least it is for McLean County. I know generally for a lot of folks, it's election day in America, April 1st, where you vote in your local elections for your mayoral races and all that good stuff. And maybe it's just the primaries. I don't know all the damn rules. I just know that if you're a disgruntled American right now, it is not time to hide up under a rock. It is look at the Googling that's going on over there. Look at them fingers just a tippity tapping.
Because I might have to literally leave the hospital, go vote. Is it
Yeah,
a
I mean, I
election
think you're gonna
today?
need to. I mean, you tell us the rules. How's this stuff work? If you're a disgruntled American, you probably should go on and get out there and vote in your local election. That's right. No weapon formed against you shall prosper if you just make sure your homestead is straight. So just make sure you have your local peoples in order. So when those show up, they ready.
Oh, goodness.
Stand strong and affirmed. That's right. And you know what's crazy? The individual who's running for mayor in my local city, I have known the name my entire life. I've never met this individual, but I used to go swimming as a young child. Every summer, we went swimming every day, same pool. I know you have similar experiences growing up. But occasionally, one of the people I went swimming with, they would bring a friend. And she happened to be the daughter of the person who's running for mayor. And yeah, interesting small world how all that plays out. I knew that he was like a councilman or something at the time. So apparently, 30 some years later, he's ready to be the mayor. Let's go. Hell, maybe he's been mayor. Maybe he's been mayor already, and I didn't even know it.
Didn't know. I feel like.
Okay, so what did you find out about your election day? Do you got elections going on where you are
there
today?
are in the suburbs, but I don't.
Okay. It's going on all week. I think I don't know why they call it election day. It's more like election week.
Because I feel like if our mayor was up for election, there would be more. Maybe I just missed it. I can't have missed all that talk because people hate our mayor. So I feel like
who do y'all got? Y'all ain't still got Lightfoot, do you?
No, we have a gentleman named Brandon Johnson, and I have to say I have very mixed emotions about him.
Okay.
Myself, like. I don't totally love him, but I don't totally hate him. I feel like he's done worse than Lightfoot, if that's
possible.
Well,
and folks was wearing little Lori out, wasn't they? They was wearing little Lori out, Jack.
They stress homegirl out. But I didn't dislike Lori that much. But people were very upset with her responses to COVID, and I think she did a decent job.
Well, it was a difficult time, and
our president. So
she didn't encourage nobody to drink bleach or nothing.
Right.
I'm just saying.
The teenagers have gotten quite unruly in going downtown, causing quite the ruckus, and
not quite the ruckus.
Can't really mess with downtown because that's our tourists, and
that's the bread and butter right there. Come and get that money downtown.
And he hasn't controlled that situation well enough at all. Like there should be a much stronger police.
What Lori would have did different?
I think she would have had more police downtown. Like she would have had a stronger, like that needs to be dealt with. You can't just be like, oh, kids will be kids. Like no, kids are little menaces.
Hey, say if you're gonna be an asshole, you have to do it somewhere else. Find another place to terrorize.
I'm just joking. Don't kill them, but
what is
these children is reckless. Like,
pray for them is what we need to do. Pray for
yeah,
them.
that part. We'll
Yeah.
them and their parents, because that'd be the problem is they have parents that are millennials or younger millennials, or you know what I mean.
Well, we just lost sense of community. When you lose sense of community, you lose sense of pride in where you
Well,
live,
one
and
thing I will say about our generation, though, the millennials,
mm,
I feel like is we as a whole
yeah.
are having a hard time letting go of our youth.
Oh, I'm gonna be
Uh,
young till the day I die. Let me tell
right?
you right now,
So,
Jack. Ain't gonna
you
be
know,
none of this. Now, let me do
we
tell
still
you.
doing the
Oh, go
things
ahead. You
we've
finish your
always
part.
been doing.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? And so they have younger millennial parents that's still in the streets doing things that they should grow out
Yeah,
of.
we out
And it's like
here.
when you have that as parents, then what, how do you come out of it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So I'm not saying that's the issue, the thing with all of the kids, because
Sure,
some of them
sure.
be good, have good solid
Hey,
foundations, but just
I
get
know a
caught up with the
couple of them
wrong.
personally who come from
Yeah, you know what I
pretty
mean?
decent homes
Yeah.
out here acting a plum fool.
Food, and you like, good and well, you wasn't raised like that.
Like
So
you
that's not
just
the
choosing this
situation with
because the
all of them.
music said so, and I hate
But
to even blame the music because our music was just as.
no,
Well, I
it's
ain't
just
even
the
gonna say it was.
influence from the
Yeah.
ones whose parents aren't taking care of them. And
Hmm.
unfortunately, they're not the ones who get influenced. The ones who got good
Well,
parents,
and
they're the
that's
ones who
back to
get
the sense of
influenced.
community because it's always been parents that was lacking, but it was always a neighbor or an
Yeah.
auntie or somebody who
And we
would
definitely don't have
check
that
your
extra village
ass. You know
anymore.
what I mean? We ain't got that no more.
Because
We
that's
ain't
another
got
thing
that no
about
more.
millennial and younger parents
Mind
is
your business.
don't tell my child, don't touch my child, don't tell my child what to do, don't talk to my
Hmm.
child like that.
Look how your
Like,
neck getting to roll. Your neck starting to roll when you
it's
say
like, girl, your child is a menace. Like,
Ooh,
I'll
and
beat
his
you
name
and your
ain't
child up. How
Dennis.
about that?
Hey, yo. Be wild, it'd be wild, it'd be wild. Eggs.
They're going down a little bit. I paid less than $5 for a dozen
Did you check you out? You know,
from Walmart.
I
I
recently
didn't have to
saw
go to a special location or nothing.
okay, it wasn't like a meetup. It wasn't like a marketplace special or something, you know what I'm
Mm-mm,
saying?
mm-mm. I
Okay.
didn't have to go all the way to
I
Trader Joe's.
right. I recently saw it in Mexico that they've got eggs that are like like 3/4 the price of our eggs. That's not even what we're fixing to talk about, but I thought that was an interesting fact. I also thought it was interesting that they don't have to refrigerate their eggs because apparently they don't wash their eggs. And huh?
Who?
You was about who? Down in
Yeah, who is that?
Mexico, they don't refrigerate their eggs in Mexico. They don't put them eggs in the fridge. No. Let
Hmm.
me tell you, because they don't wash them. They said, and because they don't wash them, it leave a little membrane still on that joint that apparently allows the egg to stay fresh longer. And
Mm.
because we're, germaphobes in America, we got to wash and sanitize everything. And because we do that, we got to refrigerate because we done got rid of our little membrane. You know what I'm saying to you? Did you learn some things on today?
I
Did you
did.
learn some things on today? Now,
But what's
let me ask
crazy
you this
though
question.
is,
Do you
you know,
still want egg birth stuff dried up on the outside of your egg with
I'm
that
not eating the
membrane?
shell, so sure. I'm not
Really?
eating it. I'm not
You
eating the
still
shell.
gotta touch it,
I mean, it's dried.
but it's on you.
Look,
This
I'm gonna
is
be
what I'm
honest.
saying to you.
I trust stuff made in Mexico more than trust stuff made in America.
You know what I was thinking though? I was like, they probably not even ruling out the flu eggs. They probably just selling the flu eggs too.
No, I trust. Like I said, I trust Mexico's food more.
You
Now they
do.
say don't drink the water in Mexico. You gotta drink bottled water. But
Mm-hmm.
I trust their food because our
Okay.
we have all these regulations or whatnot in the USDA and all this stuff, but the stuff that
Uh-huh.
they allow them to put into our food is
That's true.
crazy.
You worried about
So,
washing eggs and you got red dye number 9 in my shit? Come on, man. What is we
right.
talking about out
So,
here?
yeah, you can always wash your
Yeah,
hands
yeah.
afterwards.
Well, here's the thing. Eggs are still under attack while the price might be coming down. This time it happens to be egg beaters. There is a recall on the beaters. If your product happened to be made on March the 12th and or the 13th, you might want to take them back to the store. You can see the brands up there. I can't read them. But them joints is
Egg
bad.
beaters is the brand, ain't it?
I guess that is the brand. But it looked like it got 3 different cartons on that thing now.
Yeah,
Says they got some cleaning
like
solution in
original
there. I
and
don't know
some
what
other
happened. I
stuff.
guess they got the egg beaters mixed up with the Mr. Clean or something. I'm not sure what happened. But if your egg beaters is
They
made on the
probably use
12th and
some
or the
diseased
13th,
eggs.
what'd you say?
They probably use some diseased eggs. All egg beaters is liquid eggs. Like they put it
Yeah, no,
into
no, no,
the
no. It
bottle
says that it got mixed with cleaning solution.
cleaning solution.
That's what it said. You thought I just pulled Mr. Clean out the air? It says it got apparently got mixed with cleaning solution on the 12th and the 13th is what I'm telling
Lord
you.
have mercy.
Check your product mark date to be sure that you don't be the one eating the bad beaters is all I'm saying. Hey, 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 yo.
Good
Good
morning. Good
morning,
morning.
Waylon. Cuzzo in the building. Am I okay? Drink it. Hey, yo, Bayang. Well, yeah, we can't even get a little, just one little strand hanging today or nothing?
No, washed my hair last night in the little shower,
Brioche in the building. Yo.
and it's not. I don't have a straightener or anything up here, so and curly bangs they look
Not you
crazy.
go.
So
Not you go wash your counters with your eggs now. That's right, they multi-purpose eggs. You know we don't like nothing in
multi-purpose.
America that's single purpose. I need to be able to wash the counter off before I put them in the skillet, okay? And I don't know what happens to the stuff after I put it in the pan. I don't know. I don't know what happens after I put it in the pan. Praise the Lord. Speaking of praise the Lord, though, oh my goodness, if that wasn't just a perfect transition. One other thing that you have to have been sleeping under a rock if you have not heard about this. This has been trending for days. It's all about locking that dough. You better get that $20 bill out because we got to get that 40 G's. Marvin Sapp never would have paid it without you. Ooh, you ain't heard about Marvin Sapp?
No.
Oh, well, I'm just going to have to run the video.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors.
You heard
Close
what I
the
said.
doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
You know I'd be hungry. You know I'd be hungry.
There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Ooh,
I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed.
I heard that it's a challenge. It's a challenge.
I just think $20 is a lot of.
Ooh, folks is not happy with Brother Sapp. Never would have made it. AKA never would have paid it without you.
Good morning.
I don't know why people are so upset with Brother Marvin. Why is folks so upset with Brother Marvin? Let me just say this. I have found myself in some situations when it comes to the offering where I have they've called it down in terms of notes. The pastor will say, all the folks with the $100 bills, come on down. Okay. And then they'll say the folks with the 50s could come on down. And then they'll go down from there. Okay. I've seen them say they set a number. Okay, today we're gonna try to get this for the building fund. Now I don't know, every church seems to have a building fund, but I don't never see no construction going on. And they're always collecting for the building fund. Huh. it's an interesting thing, but people is completely upset with Brother Marvin. Also, it is customary, I think, to close the doors during the offering in most churches. First of all, let me just talk about the dynamics and relationship I have with it. I've been an usher. Okay, I've been in the pulpit. I've had to. I've prayed over the offering before and after. I've been the one to collect the trays from the ushers. I've been the usher that passed it up and down the aisle. I've been the one to help count it at the end. So I have a relationship with being the usher at the church. Okay. And so it is customary to close the doors while service is going on, period. However, if the doors are going to be open, they certainly going to be closed during prayer. They're going to be closed during the offering. And certainly while pastor is preaching, the doors is going to be closed. Okay. Different churches have different rules, different expectations for what be going on. But Pastor Sapp is getting all types of backlash. He has since actually come out and tried to clear some of it up. He said that this was an old video that folks, I guess, is kind of latched onto. He said this was a conference that he was at probably last August, where they was trying to raise the money to help settle up the conference. Apparently, there was a few pennies short. He didn't see nothing wrong with his approach. He said maybe he was a little too assertive. However, he didn't take no issue with what was going on that night.
Okay, so you may have said it and I missed it while I was talking to.
I've been doing a lot of talking. You heard me over here going?
Yeah. But
not no yeah.
What was he trying to raise the money for?
So apparently this is an old clip that folks have just started to latch on to now and giving him a bunch of junk for it. But he said he was at an international conference here and they was just trying to raise some money for the conference, apparently. I'm not sure if they didn't have all the money they needed for the conference.
$20?
Hey, come up off that dub. And I think they took more issue with him saying close the doors, which everybody has turned into.
The doors supposed to be closed during the service?
That's what I said. You know,
okay.
But you know how people work. You know how people work though, because
they don't go to church. So they don't even know the way to operate.
Right. They playing telephone with it though, because you know it turns from close the doors to lock the doors. You know what I mean? And then people start taking more and more issues.
Hostage.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like nobody was holding you hostage in this joint. You know what I'm saying? You can still leave. The doors are just going to be closed during the offering, and the usher is gonna have to let you in and out. That's it. Okay, the usher gonna run that door. They're like the bouncer of the church. That is their job. Okay. Now some churches go above and beyond, see, because the usher is the first line defense in most churches. Ushers and deacons. However, because it's 2025 and churches have evolved, some folks actually have security now. But that's really what the ushers and deacons are. They will pray over you and carry you out if need be. They are the front line defense, and they're going to work that door when it's time to close it. First of all, it's usher training, okay? They tell you when to open it, when to close it, when to stand with that hand behind your back and the other one up front, okay? You know what I'm saying? When to be still, when you can move, don't sneeze or cough.
Stuff around the person.
You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of rules. I remember
one day when I was.
Oh no! What?
Oh no!
Oh,
it sounds like you got a shit real bad.
Yeah.
Pulled over for speeding. You got a shit.
Like, ooh, hot sauce on my burrito, baby. Tell them that McDonald's breakfast burrito is not sitting well on you. Oh.
Good job,
Waylon.
I started to I was thinking this morning that I was gonna text the family group chat and be like, "Oh, we're getting discharged, blah blah blah," and then
That
tell them
wouldn't be
April
April
Fools. But I
Fools.
thought that might be me, so I think I'm just gonna do it to my mom,
Okay,
not the
okay.
whole family. And the reason why I say my mom is because
I
my
mean,
mom
that
will
was
be
pretty
doing.
good. That is, hey, completely plausible that you out there riding on the day. They say, whoop,
So I'm
whoop.
like, my
Like, oh, they got him.
my
Oh,
dang, they got him. They got him.
they got him. Oh, they got him.
I
No,
don't know.
not
Oh my goodness.
Waylon.
Um.
Oh man, quality good times.
So, but the reason why I say I might do my mom is because she be doing jokes like that when it's not even April Fools. Like it's be like, Mom, why you
That's because
playing
your
like
mama
that?
be on point, man. She don't miss a beat. She
No, she
stay
be on
ready.
that
Your mama stay
bull.
ready. Okay, your mama stay ready,
Like
man.
she will
She's
really
the
just do
epitome.
some crazy, tell you some crazy stuff that's believable though, and then be like, I'm just playing. Like it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even like you get one day a year to do that mess, and you're out
She
of
said, no,
pocket
she
right
takes
now.
liberties. She takes liberties. You know, she takes liberties. Oh no, that would get you out here. That would get you out here. That would
My
get you
God.
out here. Oh man, quality good times. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. Thank you, Waylon, for bringing that into the show. Uh, I wasn't sure how we was gonna work that in today. I did have one on deck, but now I ain't even gonna come with it. I'm gonna save it for later. I'm gonna have to pull it on somebody else. Waylon stole my thunder. No, I'm just kidding. I loved it, man. That was that was great. That was great. It's gonna make a great reel. Let me tell you that much. It's gonna make a great reel.
Okay, so I
You have an amazing day as well, my guy. We getting ready to wrap this thing up myself. Woo. Yeah, yeah. That's right. You better not take no crap from nobody. Be amazing, my guy. Remember, you got everything you need to run the day. What was you about to say, Brie?
um so I just seen that it says a
Okay.
Bitcoin investor buys an entire SpaceX flight for the ultimate polar adventure. Now I didn't read the whole article here. This is just the headline. But after
Mm-hmm.
what happened to the last folks that went up and was there for, they were supposed to go for what, 3 days and was there for 9 months.
Uh
Would
oh.
you be
Nope. No. No. I'm barely wanting to get on an airplane these days. Are you kidding me? First of all, ain't no rhyme or reason to what's going on with pilots and airplanes and all this good business. And you talking about wanting to take me into the lunar space? No. No.
And then it says the ultimate polar adventure. So I have to see
Mm-mm.
here.
No.
Where they trying to go?
Ain't
Because
gonna be no nan, none of that. Nope. You going shit.
the no, first of all, space scares me. I mean, we talked about this, if whether you want to go to space or the bottom of the ocean, and the answer is neither.
Yeah, it ain't
But
happening.
scares me.
It's instantaneous though. I'm led to believe. The water, you might gotta your air gotta finish up first.
And it said he paid Elon Musk's SpaceX for the 3.5 day ultimate polar adventure. First
Yeah.
leg of their flight from Florida to the South Pole took barely
Mm-hmm.
half hour. Uh,
Okay.
why do you want to go to the South Pole?
By spaceship. This is like a cruise in space. This is a new type of cruise.
I don't want
Shit.
to do that. I don't need to see it from space.
I mean,
I
when
can
you
see it
got
from a
money, you are
plane.
bored. When you got money, you want to try things that other people can't try. And I hope this ain't the last thing he tries. That's all. You know.
Um,
I hope it ain't the last thing he tries.
it said he's been the person who bought this or what space flight is becoming increasingly routine, and honestly, I'm happy to see that. He said he's been counting up his flights since his first one in 2002. That was my first flight as well. But he's flying on planes, helicopters, and hot air
That was
balloons.
your first flight?
My first flight was just on a plane, and I've only flown on planes, no helicopters, no hot
You
air
didn't
balloons.
fly till 2002?
Hmm.
I guess I was lucky I flew before that.
Yeah, the first time I flew was because before then
Yeah.
we, single mom, our vacations when we lived downstate were to Chicago. Whenever my
That
mom
ain't
got
nothing
time
but a
off work,
3-hour
because
drive.
we was coming to visit family anytime, you know
Right.
what I mean? And all our family back then was here.
Right.
Um, so my first flight was to go visit my friend Titi for graduate after graduation. She had a like graduation slash birthday party.
Okay,
And
okay.
so my sister and my brother-in-law, rest in peace, Bam, um,
R.I.P.
surprised me
Val.
with plane tickets for my graduation to go see Titi. But yeah, everybody before that back then, everybody lived
Yeah.
in Illinois, and my mom couldn't afford
True.
vacations where we was getting on flights, especially flights for four people
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
then. So no, because
My
me and Layla were discussing because she was talking about some hate terrorists and blah 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 because she had to take her shoes off. And
Uh-oh. Who is this calling me? Uh-oh. It's the godson. You think it's an emergency?
maybe
We gonna find out, y'all. Live and live in color on the morning show. We've got the godson in the building. Shout out to the godson.
My bad. I thought you were
what
going
up?
home by now. My bad.
Say what up to Just Bri.
What's up, Just Bri?
Say what up to the people.
I can't see nothing but a white screen.
Just act like you can. They can see you.
That's the problem. I'm not. They're not supposed to
My
see
man's
me.
you.
Oh,
out there
my
looking
bad.
like Santa Claus.
My bad. Oh, well, damn, I was going to talk. What you say?
That was a walkie-talkie in the background.
Oh, that's a walkie-talkie. You over there walking it like you talking?
No, my bad. That text wasn't meant for you this morning.
Oh, yeah, I imagine it wasn't. You up there picking up folks for work and you messaging the wrong people. It's 6-something in the morning. Good thing I was up already.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I'll hit you later.
Yeah, hit me up later.
All right, one.
I didn't interrupt the show.
Are you good? All right, all right, all right. Hey, that's how you do that right there. Was that rude? That was rude. I shouldn't answer the phone in the middle of the show, but it was the guy. So it
I
could have been
mean,
an
I felt
emergency.
like, he clearly forgot. But
Yeah,
he typically knows that we do it, so it could have been something important.
that's true. That's true. I mean, I had to find out. There wasn't no way I wasn't
Yeah.
to find out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. That's true. Well, I guess it's time to go on and get up out of here, eh?
Indeed, indeed.
Hey. Well, I just want to remind y'all have everything you already need inside of you to conquer this day. Don't let the day run you. You run the day. And of course, if you've got a smile, shoot it across the room. You never know what it'll do to brighten somebody's day. And Bri, why do I always encourage folks to make it a great day?
Great days don't just happen. You gotta make them great.
You gotta make them great. And remind in case you gotta lean back to make room for your arms when you want to do motions. Hey! Love the new camera angle. Until tomorrow morning, I am the milkman.
And I'm Just Bri.
Hey, we out of here, y'all.
All right.